Hello everyone and welcome into today's video where we are checking out Fantom, and we will be checking out the most important updates from December to basically see the most interesting fundamental developments. And after that we will check out the price charts as always, because there have been a couple of very important new developments. So without any further ado, an early like on the video is very much appreciated, so thank you for doing so, and let's go. So starting things off, we have a couple of new partnerships. First of them is the Celise one, where Celise is a digital platform developer and it will now work on implementing solutions for smart contracts platform in Bangladesh for Fantom. Then we have the Fantom eco-friendly blockchain report, which we've previously checked out actually in a Solana video about power consumption of blockchain. So if you haven't already, you can check it out here in the top right hand corner. Also, Fantom became a strategic investor in Tank Warzone, where they are trying to push more towards the GameFi space. And next up we have USD being available on Fantom finally, which stands for Terra USD. So don't confuse it with USDT, which is the US Tether, which is a different thing than this USD. And now you can directly bridge USD from Terra to Fantom. This ties up quite nicely to the B7X recognition as a friendly fork by the Balancer DAO, where you might know that Balancer is used for staking multiple altcoins. And this also, along with Allbridge, enabled Solana finally on the Fantom blockchain. So now you can send Solana to Fantom either from Solana itself, Polygon or Cello, and this brings this one step closer to the multi-chain future. Next up we have 88MPH introducing their MPH rewards on Fantom, so you can earn those rewards on top of lending fees. And then we have a very interesting article about the difference between TPS and TTF, which is great for understanding the speeds of different blockchains. Usually they are described by TPS, which stands for transactions per second. However, maybe a much more important metric for measuring speed of a blockchain is time to finality, where in case of Fantom it is the fastest blockchain with a TTF of approximately 1 second. And down here with the network stats we can see that they had an average TTF of just 0.9 seconds in November. And next up, quite a big news as well, we have Binance US finally listing Fantom on their exchange, and they are available with FTM to USD and FTM to USDT pairs respectively. Also a great thing for wider Fantom support is this block native on board adding a support for Fantom, and this platform is used for adding other wallets to their product. So now Fantom based wallets will be also available for easier use on other products as well, among other unique hardware and software wallets already featured. And down here, quite an interesting partnership in my opinion is the DIA integrating Fantom. DIA is an open source Oracle provider, and now it will offer Fantom based project access to price feeds of over 6,000 digital assets and over 20,000 traditional financial assets, lending grains, etc. This is quite cool in my opinion, because previously we've checked out that Fantom was integrated by Chainlink as well, which is a very respectable Oracle provider in the blockchain space. So maybe they are needing even more Oracle support. Then we have also one of the bigger platforms for trading, Webull, integrating Fantom. So that's also a great thing for wider adoption. And here some even more partnerships with another projects. And finally, for some network stats, we have in December about $4.6 billion in total value locked on Fantom, which is a little bit less than in November. However, still not the end of the world. And here are the biggest projects by TVL right here on this picture. Alright, and with this I think it's a great transition to jump into the price chart. So here we are checking Fantom in relation to the US dollar, where there has been some very interesting new developments here. We can see that now the price is just above $2, and pretty much since the last video we've did a bit of a false breakdown here, followed by a large move up this move was about 80 or 70%, which is not that crazy for crypto in general. However, what is very important here in this case, in my opinion, is that we've crossed this downtrending resistance line, which now makes Fantom objectively a much more interesting place to buy if you are looking into starting a position or increasing your current position in Fantom, because usually after we cross a downtrending resistance line like this, it usually leads to some kind of a leg up or start of a new bull run. Even a short bull run is very nice. So like I said, even though we are at the same price as we were, for example, at the end of November, this place is objectively a much better place buy now. Also speaking in favor of this theory is that we are above this 150-day moving averages, so should be some support there as well if we do some kind of a backtest towards this now downtrending support line over here before heading higher. And also the momentum down here on the momentum indicator is currently above 0, so there should be still some buying pressure. And for a more complete picture, we are checking also the Fantom to Bitcoin ratio, where we can see a similar move. Since the last video, a bit of a false breakdown, and after that a very powerful leg up, and at the moment we are sitting right here just under this uptrending resistance line and slightly, but just very slightly above at the time of making this video, above this horizontal support line, which corresponds to the previous all-time highs of this ratio over here from end of October. These places will be very interesting to watch if we manage to stay above this support line and start heading a bit higher, or if we break down here and start falling again towards this lower uptrending support, which would put a more selling pressure, I think, on the price in the US dollars. However, the overall picture here is still bullish. We are still in this uptrending price channel over here, with these trending lines going all the way to the beginning of 2020 over here. So now pretty much a year and a half old trend line, so quite respected levels from investors, I think. So this will be very interesting to watch, because as we check out in the US dollar ratio, we are just above a support, and here in the Bitcoin ratio we are just under this resistance line. So this place is very crucial in my opinion. If we now manage to jump above this resistance line, that could mean a really nice upside for the price in US dollars. However, on the other hand, if we break down, we could drop down even in the US dollar ratio and maybe make some kind of a correction towards those moving averages, above which this ratio is now a little bit extended. However, down here on the momentum indicator, we are at similar levels as here previously in the September period and first half, and also the second half of October, which corresponded to those nice bull runs as we've seen previously. All in all, I would say that Fantom is not 100% buy now, despite a great outlook in the US dollar ratio. So I would now keep an eye on this Bitcoin ratio, what's gonna happen next here, because it can easily dictate the next moves in the US dollars. However, the overall trend is still bullish, as I mentioned here in between those trend lines. And that's it from this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And with this, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!